Hello, lovelies. Still bleeding raining. Sorry, hello, how are we? Still raining here. Miserable. Lesley, not quite enough sunshine. Thank you for all the comments and thoughts on last week's vlog. Much appreciated. Yes, it's miserable, and it's a real shame because the group of shops nearest to us on the first Sunday of each month has kind of open days, demonstrations, events, to, you know, to encourage people to the local shops. So I went to have a look. There wasn't a huge amount open. There would normally be things outside, but the weather absolutely precluded that. So things were indoors. And given that it was raining, I decided to combine my look around those shops with the dog walk, because I thought there's no point getting wet twice. It's a very dog-friendly place, this, so I did go into place, and you know, they were happy to have Heidi there and made a fuss of her. But she was happy to get home and to get dried again. Bless her. So then I decided to do some baking instead, and I found a recipe for some Icelandic chocolate cornflour meringues. What's not to like, I thought. So they've been made. Not bad. Yeah, very much a sort of pottering kind of day. Just chillaxing. My favourite. Hope you're okay, and I'll catch up with you during the week. Cheers. So I'm recording the first section of the month end podcast, and I've stopped to add some notes. And I'm slightly worried about this facial expression. Please don't be scared. The month-end podcast won't be that terrifying, I hope. Hello, lovelies. It's cold again, so I'm all wrapped up in my woolies, but how are we? Hope everyone's okay. It's Thursday, and my head is full of information because I mentioned I was taking a course this week. Well, it's actually been 2 courses. The first one is an introduction to tech editing. So it's learning how to tech edit patterns, knitting patterns. And the second course was grading patterns. Now, these are areas I've touched on in kind of previous incarnations of myself, because I have published patterns before. And I did grade, you know, where I've made garments, I've graded them, that sort of thing. What I've realised from doing this course is that although I was kind of on the right track, I was very much overthinking things and making them far more complicated than they needed to be. That's not like me. So yes, this course has been really useful, very enjoyable, a lot of, like I say, my head is full of information, so a lot of that, but yeah, pretty good. That's the grading one that's now over for the week. That was a 3-part course. The introduction to tech editing, there are 2 parts to that tomorrow. It's all online, it's all Zoom. I'll put the link in the notes down below if anyone wants to kind of investigate further. Not sponsored, just someone in our knitting group had done it. I thought that looked interesting, so I signed up, and it's happening now. So yes, lots of information. Head is like, whoo, but that's how we go. That's pretty much what I've been doing this week. Yeah, and sort of pottering around at home and that sort of thing. Next week, this weekend, so Saturday I'm spending time with my family, and then on Sunday I'm meeting up with some friends and we're heading off to Oxfordshire. It's the same hotel that I went to earlier in the year with them, and we're just having a bit of sort of catch up, so that'll be good. So I will hopefully remember to take some footage of bits of Oxfordshire because it's very pretty. But yeah, it'd just be nice to see them and to have a good sort of sit down chat, knit, see how people are doing, that sort of thing. So I'm looking forward to that. So, yeah, so that's this week, which has been fun. And I would say I haven't done any proper work at all, but I have had some emails about future ceremonies, so there is work to go back to once my 2 weeks annual leave are done. So that's good. Things that pay the bills, always helpful. So yeah, I hope you're all okay. It is very chilly here. Not as damp as it was earlier in the week, but it is quite cold, so I'm wrapped up in woolly things, and that's the joy of being a crafter, that we have woolly things in which to wrap ourselves. Rather disappointing, I had a pair of fingerless gloves which I'd made for a magazine, as it turns out, and I thought I'd lost one of them out of my coat pocket, and himself came back from the dog this morning saying, "Have you dropped a glove?" I said, "Well, I think I may have done." He said, "I don't think you want it now," and he held it up. It was a fingerless mitt and it had holes in, so I think Mr. Fox has had a chew on that. They do chew on things and play with them and throw them around and that sort of thing, so good job on making some more mitts, really, isn't it? But if Mr. Fox had a good time, then I'm happy. If he had a good time not in my garden, I'm even happier. So that is probably that for this week, but like I say, next week hopefully you'll have footage of other bits of the countryside, and I will catch up with you next week. So thanks. No, don't thank everyone yet, Lesley. Well, thank you, but I have been doing some crafting. I had been working on the coat for my great niece, so we'll talk about this at month end, but it's this picture. And I've got this far. I was hoping, because I'm seeing my family this weekend, I was hoping to get this finished to be able to give to my great niece at the weekend. Chatting through with the Knit Night folks last night and saying what I still had to do, I realised just how much I still had to do. So it's not going to be next weekend. I am seeing the family again next month. The little one isn't going to grow that much in a month. So, and chances are I'm making it too big anyway, because I usually do. But this is what we've got. So it's a very pretty. The skirt part of it took a long time. So you make the skirt, then you decrease quite dramatically to then make the bodice. So you have this flare here. And I've joined the shoulders, and I've just started on the first sleeve. So yes, there is too much to do before the weekend, because there's a button band at the bodice, there's a frilly collar, a frilly cuff. That's not going to get done this week, but it will be done by the time I see her next time, so that's all good. Now I shall say thank you very much. Thank you for all your comments and thoughts. Take good care. I hope you're all keeping well. Hope you're all keeping comfortable in whatever weather you're going through, and that you are safe and doing as well as you can. Take care, everyone. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.